Change my audio. Did I take my fully out? Let's take it on. This over here. All right, here we go. Alrighty, so even though I have gotten all the exits in the game, all the dragon coins, there are a lot of rooms in Bowser's Castle that you can choose between. And I already beat the level, but I didn't do every room, every option. And I want to try them all out, I want to beat them all. So I have 10 left in this level. Now by beating the level, it gave me a room select. So I can now choose directly from here. And there are 10 rooms that I still need to do. 7, 8, 9, 15, 17, 18, 25, 26, 27, and 29. I think I'm actually going to start with 29. I think they might get harder as the number increases, like gradually or whatever. So I think I'm going to start with 29, which might be the hardest one, I don't know. But by Snorunt Pyro. Okay, so I don't even think I've seen this room. Okay. So these are buzzy beetles that don't fall off ledges, but they do fall off ceilings. They move at different speeds. Okay, what's gonna happen here? Let me see. Okay. This is... Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Okay, so those ones don't The ones that fall off ceilings don't turn around at the ledges. This room feels like weirdly low stress, I guess. Like I can just take my time. But that might change. So I also am noticing that their despawn range is very small, so I can probably kind of cheese it a little bit in some areas. Like, for example, here I can make this guy despawn, watch. Maybe not. Actually, he might spawn on the right side there. Okay, well, maybe not that guy. Oopsies. What about these guys? Can I... Yeah, maybe not. Oops. This red switch block is a lifesaver. Oh, right. I forgot that guy's balls. Getting the sense this is probably going to be like a pretty long room. That one gets me. Yay, double. Wasted it. Nice. Not bad. See, like that guy despawned. Wow, you got me. That's true, you can't climb when you're holding an item. Kind of spaced out there. Wow. Good thing you can pop them with upward speed. Okay, so that room was very easy compared to what I was expecting. Okay. Finish 29. Well, let's do number 27. Lol Yoshi. We've seen very little from Lol Yoshi in this game, I feel like. Maybe like 2 other things at most. I don't know. Do I want the feather? I guess on a sight read it's probably more useful. Switch blocks in this game feel so freaking overpowered. It's crazy because you don't see that very much in hacks. Like, usually switch blocks are kind of an afterthought, but they put a lot of forethought into them, I guess, or just neutral thought, I don't know. True. I don't suppose... No. Nice. Nice try making me do a Kaizo gate. Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? I am. Well. True. Okay. That was like 1 try, I think. Jesus hell. Okay, maybe the high numbers are actually the easiest. Well, let's do number 26. What if this only takes like 30 minutes? Which is very possible, I guess. Miracle water. Don't forget, holding down on the D-pad in water will reduce your upward speed. But it's not just... I mean, yeah, that's true. Okay. Anyway. Okay. True, I wasn't thinking about that. Oh god. I guess you maybe want to be holding up there then. That would make sense, huh? This part's kind of hard. Oh, I was too close to it. I was trying to, like, wait for good timing, I guess. Oopsies. This one's a little bit tougher, I think. That's tight, man. That's hard. This is tough. I'm wondering, do I even need to press... Yeah, maybe I don't need to press any button as I go across. That's probably better than constantly tapping and giving myself more speed. There I do want to. Okay. That is 26. Let's change it up a bit. Let's do number 7. G-Breeze. Okay, so it's electrified water. Interesting. Oopsies. Wow. That was a mistake. No, it wasn't. We're good. No, that was wrong. Wow, one shot. Okay. It's number 7, right? Okay, what about 8? Droopy Hornet. Okay. Exploding Dolphins. Okay, and they do damage enemies, unlike the bombs in Danger Close. Oops, I tried to... Eight. Only 3 left? What the hell? This is taking so much less time than I thought. Okay, G-Breeze. Oh, it was a... I should have known. That was it? What the? These are so easy. I feel like I'm losing my mind or something. Okay. 15 and 25, huh? Let's do 15 first. Another G-Breeze. Here we go. Dodgeball game. Mario, blue, versus Team Chucks, red. Your goal is to score more points than the opposing team. How does that work? L or R to spawn a blue football in your hands. 2 max on screen. Throw a football at a Chuck to score 1 point. Okay. I feel like there could be a cheese strat here. If you just like spam it. Well, I guess that's why you can only have... They're still winning. Damn it. This is hard. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not. Okay, it's tricky because it's like, I have to let go of the button and it's kind of a weird feeling input. Let's just get hit by everything. It does feel like you don't really have to try that hard to dodge, because you can kind of make up for it. Come on. Oh no! Wait, there's gotta be another Chuck. No! I was so close. So close. I wonder if a tie counts. Okay. That was fun. That was number 15. I only have one... No, I have... Okay. I was gonna say. Still, I only have 2 rooms left. Thomas is... I don't know how to say this person's name. I can't jump. I cannot jump. Okay, so that's what this is. It's a no-jump room. And I missed the power-up. I can still bounce on note blocks, and my hand cramps a little bit from that previous room. Oopsies. Ugh. Okay, so top route is better. I did not expect this to go by so fast. Okay. Ooh, I could get that shell. That would be probably huge. Damn it. Oh. Wow, it gives you a mushroom like right before the end too. 17. Yeah, just one room left. 25. So what was 26? Oh, that was the one I just did earlier. Okay, 25. Paraga. Okay, so some of the thwomps will... Man, this is like if thwomps were actually good at disguising themselves, you know? Wait, I can kinda tell, I think? Oh, maybe not, actually. I think it's just gonna start being more and more. I shouldn't be staring at the top of the screen, that's not doing me any good. Right, okay. I'm not gonna try to memorize them. Oopsies. This is surprisingly effective, you know? Just having a ceiling of thwomps is a surprisingly challenging thing. Because, yeah, you don't know which one's going to come down, obviously, so it's like... It's actually hard. It's also scary. A little bit like a jump scare. Yeah, you heard me. Okay, so it's like the third one. I knew which one it was, and I still fucking got caught off guard. Oh, man. It'd be kind of interesting. I don't know if it'd be a good idea or not. But it'd be kind of interesting if it was, like, randomized. Which ones were real. I think it's probably better the way it is, but... it just makes me almost disappointed based on everything else I've seen in this hack. Especially because you could kind of just memorize where they all are. I'm, like, too lazy to do that, so I'm not doing it, but... Probably would be the best strat long-term. Oh, they're just ceilings. They don't even hurt you if you accidentally touch one of the fake ones. Well, I'm struggling in this room, so it's probably a good thing I ended on this one. Oops. Yeah, I'm way too lazy to try and memorize all this. I'm kind of just... Okay, I know which one it is. And then that one... I guess you probably want to stay on the left block, actually. Until there's an opening. So it'll be like... oh, right, it's this... I was thinking it was the next one over. I'm dumb. Yeah, you can just bonk your head into these. Man. Yeah, actually, even though memorizing it is probably the best strat, like, long-term, it's a lot to memorize. Oh my god. I don't want to memorize. Damn it. is the best way to do that? Because you kind of, like, can't just wait on the left block indefinitely. I hear my phone buzzing under, well, like, it's muffled because the sound is turned off or whatever, but I can hear the vibrating. I think it's probably from Scam, likely. Wait, was that the second? Wait, that was like a PB and I wasn't even fucking paying attention. It'd be nice to keep my power up that far. I think subconsciously at this point I probably am starting to memorize things. I'm not like meaning to, but you know how it is. Wow, that was... Oops. Yeah, I guess I don't get there big very often. It's like a very awkwardly spaced jump, if I want to do it that way anyway, which is maybe not the best way to do it. Ugh. Right. That time I just went way too early. There we go. Okay, and I was right at the end the whole time. Well, look at that. 25. So, I have done every room. I did it. Huh. Yeah, that only took 40 minutes. I don't know what to say. I guess... let's see, final thoughts? Well... So, this was nonsense, I guess. I think... Will I play this hack again? So I didn't get all the moons. I don't have plans to go get the moons. I don't think there's anything that tells you where they all are. And I yeah, I don't think the game tracks it, and I don't care that much right now. So, I'm not gonna try to get the moons. Yeah, this was really fun throughout. I feel like it had very consistent types of challenges throughout the whole game. I think I kind of alluded to this before. Sorry, I'm like not prepared to give a speech. This is like so unexpected, I guess. It just happened so fast. But yeah, like very like pure platforming for most of it. And you know, there were gimmicks here and there, but like they're very, you know, focused and I don't know, I still feel like the emphasis was on the platforming and like dodging obstacles. A lot of projectiles in this game. Enemy projectiles, baseballs, fireballs, etc. The sprites included in the base ROM, I guess, are like, you know, like the bloopers. It's really nice to see bloopers, you know? Like, I meme about it or whatever. But, I actually think they're a really cool sprite, at least as they were used in this game. Be cool to see more of that. Yeah, so you got, like, the hammer bros, you got the ones that throw... you got, like, the boomerang ones, you got the ones that spit fireballs. And I like that, like, the final boss, like, kind of threw back to all of the different, like, custom sprites throughout the game. You know? That was kind of fun. Even Phanto was, like... as much as I hated him during the boss, you know, there were, like, some Phantos in the game. I remember the level with, it was a Julp level, I think, with the Lakitus that would throw sprites. That was funny. Yeah, some, like, reverse control gimmicks, which are, you know, very polarizing, but I don't mind them that much. Really interesting gimmicks and, like, special and stuff. Let's see, what would be, like, my favorite level? The one that jumps out in my mind immediately is Pepper Plains. That was fun, you know, it's kind of rompy, so I don't know that I would necessarily call it my favorite level, because it's, like, it's maybe too short and sweet. Yeah, maybe one of the levels that challenged me more would actually be my favorite. I really liked Iso's level in Special. I guess it was his only level. Yeah, Hypogean Athletic. That was fun because it was, like, so fast-paced, and you were, like, never rewarded for going beyond a certain speed. Basically, there was, like, rubber banding, or, you know, not really rubber banding, but whatever, what's effectively rubber banding to, like, keep you on your toes at all times. So even when you played well, it was, like, it would only give you, like, a tiny marginal advantage, and you still had to play out of your gourd to, like, keep up. That was really fun, and it was fun to sight read, although in practice, you know, it was a lot of just kind of grinding it, but yeah, that was a really fast-paced, just pure platforming fun challenge, so that one stands out to me. Let's see, I think Julp's levels throughout were all really solid. You know, I feel like it's kind of some of his best showing in this game, or like some of his best levels are in this game, I think. Although, you know, I guess not every level he made in this game was amazing, but they weren't really bad either. The overworld is interesting for sure. There's literally not even linear progression with, like, the world. Like, World 4 leads to World 6, and like, to get to World 5, you have to... Wait, how does it work? Hang on, I need to check this. So World 4 leads to World 6, right? And then the split path here, you, like, go through part of World 6 to get to World 5. It's kind of strange, but anyway. The switch blocks in this game, I'm very impressed by the way the switch blocks were used in this game. They felt, like, so important to have throughout the game. And I don't think you ever actually needed them for anything. Like, there wasn't any, like, oh, you need all the switch blocks to unlock this last exit or something. So they were completely optional. Like, obviously they count as exits, so if you're trying to get 100% completion, they're not optional, but, like, the utility of them is kind of optional. With the exception of the blue switch, I found it kind of strange that a lot of the levels in Start and Special had blue switch blocks that made the level easier, and in some cases made the level harder, but you need the blue switch to get to Special. So, same problem as it was in Jump, where, like, some levels had yellow switch blocks, and you needed the yellow switch to get to them. So, now technically in this game you could skip it with a shell jump, or not a shell jump, a P-switch jump. Maybe that was intentional, maybe this is like, it was supposed to be like, this is part of the speedrun route or something. But I recall at least one situation where there was like a mushroom that was blocked off if you had the blue switch, and it's like, well, you're gonna have the blue switch, so it's just a tease mushroom, I guess. I don't know, kind of strange, honestly. And like there was another example, or no, it was that same example. The mushroom was blocked off not just by a blue switch, but it was like a blue and a red. So what that means is, if you somehow skipped the blue switch, like you did the P-switch jump to get to Special, but you got the red switch for some reason, then you still wouldn't be able to get the mushroom. So it kind of feels like they didn't think it through, like the blue switch blocks. Anyway, that's fine. And yeah, it actually took me a while to find the red switch. Well, like, I wasn't explicitly looking for it. I kind of assumed it would be like in World 3 or something. And then, what was the other switch? I think maybe the blue switch took me a while because I thought it was part of World 6, so I was putting it off. Yeah, and then this part of the overworld is kind of confusing and weird because it's like, okay, World 5 merges into this path, but also World 6 merges into this path twice, but then this path is the entrance to World 6, and then this pipe is like a secret exit from World 4 takes you into like the middle of World 5, but you can't actually get onto the main path from there, I don't think. It just takes you to Star. And then the Star World is like kind of weird, like the last Star Warp is just the one for World 7. I guess it's so you can't get to World 7 early. I liked the idea of like you come back, it's kind of like Autumn Warp in Jump. You come back to World 1 and it's like a different level, and it's like way harder. Difficulty ratings in this hack were a great idea, and I think they were well balanced. Like, I used the difficulty ratings all the time to make decisions about what level I wanted to play next. Most people, I think, would just kind of follow the main path or whatever, you know, like kind of do things more or less in chronological order, and that's what I've seen other players doing, which it makes sense. It's easier to keep track of that way. But I, partially just to be different from other players, and partially because I wanted to spread out the difficulty, I took the difficulty ratings into account all the time to like choose which level to play next. And yeah, that was, I feel like they did a pretty good job of like, you know, reflecting the difficulty of the level throughout the game. You know, they weren't always perfect, but surprisingly good. I feel like this game was really well tested, pretty well balanced and stuff, for the most part, and then it gets really, really hard in some levels. I mean, even as early as like, I mean, some of these relatively early levels were really hard too. Like, it's a hard game. It's a really hard game, but it's like an easier recommend than Jump in some ways because it's more polished, it's more balanced, it's more respectable in like a traditional way, I guess. Jump is like more niche in that way. Like, I think this game is easier to recommend, but with the asterisks that like it's really frickin' hard and you better be like really proficient with SMW, so it's really not, there's not a lot of people you could recommend it to, but I think among people that are good at SMW, I think this is an easy recommend for me. My biggest gripe with this game, I think there are just too many levels with either RNG or some sort of like chaotic behavior that just makes the level feel different every single time. And on the one hand, it's like cool that you kind of have to improvise or whatever, but the reality is like SMW really doesn't lend itself to things that are inconsistent. You know, there's a reason people patch out frame rules dependent things in Kaizo hacks, is because they're just not fun. And there's a lot of footballs in this hack, and it's not like Jump didn't have RNG and stuff like that. I don't know why I keep comparing it to Jump, it's just my point of reference for everything. It's not like Jump didn't have that stuff, but you were never really required to like rely on RNG in Jump. Really, not that I can think of. I can think of like 2 instances right off the bat. Right here in Top Trees, there's a place where you have to bounce on a football to get like a dragon coin and a secret exit, and the football has to be like high enough up, and you know it's like random, right? Maybe you can bring power-ups in here, right? Yeah, you probably can, but look, you know, taking each level as its own thing, like, I don't know, I think it's a little, like, as a one-off thing, it's, like, defensible, I guess. It's, like, it's fine, whatever, it's not that big a deal, but I feel like this game did that kind of thing a lot. You had the Pokey level, you know, I did not like that level, because all the difficulty just comes from RNG, and there's so many places where you can just get screwed over and cornered, and it's just, it doesn't feel good. And yeah, that was a very frustrating experience. But even like, I feel like even a lot of Jolp levels, I like Jolp levels, I like his level design, but he's always kind of had an affinity for RNG dependent obstacles, or things that depend on like a frame rule. Well, not really a frame rule, but like a global timer, right? Where did the cat go? I don't know. And maybe it wasn't so bad in this hack, but there's definitely just a lot of occasions where there's just maybe too much RNG, right? Even that room I just did with the football, the dodgeball, it's a cute gimmick, but in the context of like having to do 2 rooms in a row in Bowser's Castle, and it's like, you know, you're at the end of the game and it's like this gauntlet or whatever. Getting to a room like that, I could imagine getting like totally screwed over by RNG and just being like, that was unfair. Like, I can't appreciate the gimmick if it's getting in the way of me being able to make progress and enjoying the game, you know what I mean? And then there's just a lot of obstacles that are just really chaotic and you can't really control in other ways. And sometimes they go a little overboard with that, where it's like too much of the challenge comes from chaos and randomness. And it's like, you know, maybe there's some argument that in a lot of these cases, I could have made a different decision that would have resulted in me getting through, despite the RNG. But the vast majority of the time, it's like there will be edge cases where you can just get screwed over by RNG, where there's nothing you can do, you know? And it's like, there's a little too much of that in this hack. But it's not rampant, it's just more common than it should be. Let's see. Yeah, the Metroidvania level kind of made me laugh because it is just so out of place. But that's on purpose, I think, and, you know, it's amusing. The level that, actually, the level that makes me laugh the most, I think, is, wait, where is it? It's World 1, I think. Yeah, well-made camera system. For whatever reason, this level made me laugh when I played it the first time, and I guess because it's early in the game, I like showing people this level and being like, look, it's funny because it's SM64's camera, which I always like to make fun of. I don't know, for some reason this level makes me laugh. Let's see. Yeah, Pepper Plains is fun. I don't think there was like not a single forgettable level in this hack. Well, that's probably not true. There probably were forgettable levels in this hack that I'm forgetting. But yeah, it's like, I think every level was like sufficiently challenging that you'll have something to say about all of them, right? I think that's the best way to put it. There's something to say about every level in this hack, and the overall presentation is great. I whined a lot about how much content there was in the last couple, like in Bowser's Castle, and I always call it the Jolt level right before Bowser's Castle. I should probably learn its name. Where it would like randomly, where it would give you a random room among like a pool of rooms, right? Let's go check to see what it's called. That level, you know, there's what, like 20 rooms in that level, 16 or something. Yeah, the machine-like manor. So this one, you know, there's a ton of rooms in this one, which is fun. You know, I think they're all. It's fun to kind of find out which one you're gonna get. I think it's not this is RNG dependence, which I'm actually okay with, at least from a casual playthrough perspective. From a speedrunning perspective, it's problematic for sure, but luckily I'm not speedrunning this game right now. So anyway, and then so there's like 16 rooms or something, 15, I don't know, in that level, and then there's 30 rooms in Bowser's Castle, and you only have to do, what is it, 6, 7 maybe? I don't know, something like that, including the boss. I don't know. So that's a lot, right? And then you have all the ones in special in the final level there. And of course, this is like after you've done everything else in the game, right? So you're like you're probably already kind of burnt out of the game a little bit, especially all the difficult levels back to back. You know, you got this 5-star, you got this 5-star, and then you go right into a multi-person where each room is like 5-star difficulty. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot. And then you have Bowser's Castle. It's too many like multi-person things, you know. Bosses. So there were really only 2 custom bosses, I think, in this game, or well, like that are like truly custom, I guess. That I can think of. There might have been more. Maybe I'm forgetting one, actually. But one such boss was in World 6, which, of course, I'm taking the long way to get to World 6, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, this boss, Iso's boss, the Dino Rhino boss, this was really cool boss. It was like, it didn't overstay its welcome. It wasn't like a super, you know, crazy, grindy boss or whatever, but it was just really solid, really polished. Like, I don't know. I didn't know ISO was capable of making bosses like that, so that was like a nice surprise. And it was like, it was just a really good boss. Really well done. You know, and then the only other like custom boss really is the one at the end of Bowser's Castle, and I mean, presentation-wise, like, that is, you know, it reminds me a lot of what people call the climax boss in Jump, the one at the end of Shattered Dreams, and I love that boss in a speedrunning context. I think it's, well, even in casually, I think it's like my favorite boss to speedrun, because there's a lot of like risk versus reward based on like when you damage boost and all this kind of stuff. And even though there's like some randomness, it's ultimately, it only matters during cycles where you wouldn't be able to damage him anyway. And it doesn't change the amount of time that you spend on him or anything. Like, all the patterns, I think, take about the same amount of time, or roughly. Anyway, so I really like that boss, and this boss felt like a love letter to that boss, in that it was like, I had kind of a similar vibe. You're jumping and shooting at the guy to damage him. He's got this huge long health bar. There's a checkpoint system. It's like a, you know, a bullet hell kind of situation. It felt like a world peace boss. The fact that it was made by Miracle Water, it's like, you know, I would have guessed World Peace, absolutely. But Miracle Water's really, you know, Miracle Water's up there with World Peace, you know, in terms of making stuff like that. I think it was, again, a little too random and chaotic for its own good, but, you know, you take it as a one-off thing, it's a super memorable experience. Beating that boss was super fun, and it was like, it was the kind of like thing that I was proud enough of to like show people after, like, I'm like, look at this cool boss I fought, and look, I beat it, you know, and like, you know, like I was really happy with myself. So that was a fun boss, ultimately. Very long, very hard, but, you know, considering the rest of the game, that makes perfect sense. So, what else do I have to say about this? I mean, I feel like there needs to be, like, some closing thoughts, but I just feel like, I mean, at this point, what can I say about this hack? Is it worth speedrunning this hack? Am I going to speedrun this hack? I really can't say in the short term. I can't dedicate the time to it right now. And if I did speedrun it, what category would it be? Apparently the any% has a midair, but maybe it won't be too bad to learn that. I think frame roll is patched, so it's probably not that bad. And if that's the only thing you have to learn, it's like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Actually, no, it's pretty shitty, because if you miss the midair, you, like, you have to reset, I guess? I don't know, that's pretty brutal, to be honest. But, whatever. So any% probably sucks in this game. And then, there, like I said, there's this level you have to play, and it's random. And if you get an auto-scroller, it's probably a lot slower. Like, the Kamek room is going to be by far the fastest option there. Star World has some really tough levels. I don't know. Like, honestly, I think on an individual level basis, I could imagine this being, like, a really fun game to speedrun. But the, like, actual, like, route through the game, for, I guess, like, several categories, actually seems kind of bad and maybe not that fun. So maybe I'll do ILs of this game or something. I don't know. That would be less of a time commitment, right? I can treat each level as its own thing. Yeah, there's some fun stuff here. Let's see, what else? So I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but maybe I can't remember it now. I guess that's really all I have to say. I don't really want to just keep talking for another 30 minutes or whatever, because it's like, who's gonna listen to all this anyway? Probably Jolp. Alright. If I have more to say, I'll say it somewhere else, I guess, but thanks for watching and stuff. This was a much shorter stream than I expected. I'm not gonna... Oh, that was the other thing. If I did do ILs of this game, I could imagine doing, some of the levels, like, without switch blocks, because that would actually be significantly different in a lot of these levels. So that could be an incentive to do speedrunning and or at least ILs in this game, because you're getting a very different experience if you play without switch blocks, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not gonna really try to get the moons. I don't have any plans to get the moons anytime soon. Maybe if I was doing IL stuff, I'd be inclined to try to get moons, but yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me through this. It was quite a gauntlet. But yeah, super memorable, and probably the best collab hack in a while, in my opinion. It feels like a jump team hack, but you know, it feels like a successor to like the mainline jump games. Finally, you know, it's not quite like Jump. The level design it's less puzzly, it's less gimmicky. The levels aren't as long, but it's pure platforming, which is like it's just fun. You know, this is what SMW is best at, and just enough custom sprites and things to keep it interesting. So, yeah, good job. G-Breeze Miracle Water, and everybody else that worked on it. I feel inclined to throw Julp in there as well, as even if he wasn't like a lead dev or whatever. He put a lot into this hack, you know? I mean, so did a lot of other authors, but I feel like there was passion there, you know? Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, bye.